Hello, everyone. I'm Greg, and I'm homeless, and I wanted to just chat with you a little bit. It's been a day or two, and not too much has happened. Uh, I'm really getting my ass kicked with money. The situation that I'm trying to remove myself from continues to remanifest itself in ways that I really wish that I had more control over, but I don't. Sometimes our relationships with family are never going to be what we want them to be, no matter how hard we try. And sometimes uh, you gotta go through a process of trying to self evaluate and try to figure out where mistakes were made on your end. Uh, and I hope that you do that if you have family issues. Um, but there comes a point in everything, whether it's family issues, whether it's work issues, whatever it is, there's got to come a point where you sort of stop taking the blame for things, and maybe in my own personal situation, I've reached a point where repairing things is not really the ideal anymore. I don't want to fix anything. I don't want to put effort into certain things. Maybe my opinion of that will change in a few years. And who knows? Maybe someday I'll get a little bit more personal and I'll talk about it. But for now, I wanted to tell a story about something that happened to me last night. Um, Again, for people that are just looking for normal folks speaking on YouTube, which is what it used to be. Used to be just normal people sharing shit, and it was fucking amazing. And now it's very produced, and it very much insults your intelligence, like any regular television does. That's a video that I'll make in the future too. Social media and not this platform specifically, of course not. Uh, anyways, I wish I could cut that out, but we're not going to because everybody loses their train of thought. It's normal. I got to a hotel last night, and it's one of my favorites. Let me tell you, it's the Holiday Inn, and boy oh boy, it's just a wonderful, wonderful place to be. Nobody bothers you. What you're looking for something you want it to be nice, but you don't want it to be too nice where you're gonna have people coming out and looking around, and the people that are staying there have a lot of money, and they're gonna be like, hey, blah blah blah. You want it to be somewhere in between, and this Holiday Inn is just perfect. So I pulled into this Holiday Inn. I'm gonna say it was 11 o'clock. Maybe it was later. It was probably later than that. The time is not important. I pulled into this Holiday Inn, and I found this parking spot that was everything that you could hope for and more. I'm always looking for the same kind of stuff. You don't want it to be too far away from other people, but you want your seclusion. It was a corner spot, so if somebody were to kind of approach me, there's only, so many places they could come from, so I can angle myself when I sleep. It was just like, strategically, it was like the bomb. It was the bomb. It was the bomb.com. So I pulled my truck up, and I started getting undressed, and I started, not getting fully undressed, but I changed into pajamas and put my yoga mat down, and I get everything ready for we're going to sleep now mode. Anyways, so here I am at the Holiday Inn, getting all my stuff ready, and a truck pulls up next to me, like a bigger truck pulls up. He wasn't like right next to me, but he was pretty close. And great, here's police. Here's more police. You'll have to excuse me. I just have this aversion to fucking police lately. There's just so many of them. I don't know what city or state you hang out in, but if you're in the Northeast, it's just like, ugh. Anyways, alright, back to the subject at hand. So I'm sitting there getting ready for bed mode, and this big truck pulls up next to me. No big deal. I'm like, whatever. He's a little close. He's a little closer than I would normally want somebody to be, because once you get to a certain point, you can see over my over the you can see through my windows, and you can see that somebody's living in the motherfucker, which is not my preference. But this guy's like right here, and he's chilling for a second. And I hear him yell, like, at the top of his lungs. It's a guy. I guess it's a guy that's driving that car. I hear him yell at the top of his lungs, "Get the fuck out, bitch! Get the fuck out, bitch!" He fucking was fucking savage, right? So he's doing whatever, and I can hear, "Get the fuck out." I hear that, and I'm like, all right, well, we're at the fucking hotel. I'm like, this dude is having like a crazy fight with whatever he's got in there, whether it be his lady friend, which, sometimes things get like that. And sometimes we use our elevated voices when we have these discussions. That's fine with me. But I'm like, whoa, this guy is fucking really mad, right? So he kind of keeps doing his thing, and he gets out of the truck, and now he's going through shit in the back, not being gentle. What he's done, he slams the fucking back door. I'm like, whoa, whatever's going on in that truck is not good, I'm glad I'm not a part of that, right? And I'm thinking, is it a domestic kind of thing? Should I be freaked out? Is there something going to happen? God forbid. I'd hate to fucking get involved in something like that. So what I did was I played the I'm on my phone game, because you got to keep in mind I'm still trying to sleep here. This is where I'm trying to camp for the night. So clearly we have a conflict of interest here between this gentleman who's having some sort of freak out and myself. So I sat there and I pretended to be on my phone. You pick an app that's got a nice bright background. I'll use it if I feel like cops are around. Whatever it is. If I want to divert attention from the fact that I'm just sitting there doing something illegal, I'll usually throw on the phone I'm busy. So that's what I did. That's the game that I played, and we played that game, this gentleman and I, for some time, because I wasn't going anywhere. I don't give a fuck what you got going on, dude. You gotta take it. You gotta do something with that. So he finally, after what felt like an eternity, he starts his truck, and he pulls out, and man, when he leaves, he gave her, he really fucking hit it, and he's going through the parking lot, and he's fucking whipping, going around light poles and whatever, and he goes, I'm watching him, and he goes to another part of the parking, another area in the parking lot, and he stops. And he just stops. And he kills his engine. And then I see him go around to the back of the truck, and he lets a fucking dog out. And I'm like, this guy, when he was saying, "Get the fuck out, bitch," guess who he was talking to? Me, baby. Me. Not a lady. Not somebody that he was arguing with. This guy was a fellow urban camper, and apparently I wasn't the only one who felt like this was a prime piece of real estate where I was at. So I guess, we sort of sat there and looked at each other for a while, and then he finally conceded. But he was very upset. He was very verbal that he was upset. And I was completely ignorant of the source of his discontent up until, he took off. And then, when he let the dog out, I was like, oh my God. Like, you're going to encounter so many other... there's going to be other people that are homeless when you're homeless too. Everybody kind of figures out that the same spots work. So a weird thing to be conscious of. But yeah, so when you're out there, that spot that you find really, really nice and safe and everything, the likelihood of the situation is that you're not the only one that has drawn that conclusion. There are probably other guys that have been there and they're like, yeah, this works. And they really don't want to see you there. Look, I have been pining for an off-the-grid life, something that's different than the grind of what I'm doing right now, for ages. And through circumstance and much of it negative, but who cares what polarity it is. I'm doing it. I'm out there. I'm doing it. There's a lot of other people that are doing it too, and I think that in another 5 years' time, you're gonna see it enough to where it's a thing. It's where it's a thing. I think people are tired of living check to check, and I think that people are willing to do things that were once so out there that you would never even dream of it. But I think now people are opening up to it. So without your little trendy house, the little tiny home and this and that, I think that people are moving in a different direction. I would love to get a piece of property someday and put some really small mobile dwellings on it. Not a trailer, but like a converted bus or something. Who knows? The sky is the limit, baby. I'm kind of going all over the place, but I just thought it was an interesting story. It's funny how your perception, you can think, you could be living through a scenario and perceive it to be one way, and later find out that that's completely not the case. So do I feel like I was in danger? No, probably not, but it wasn't great. I pissed somebody off. So yeah, when you're homeless, you're going to piss everybody off. You thought that everybody disliked you before. Wait until you do this. Everybody dislikes you. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm going to go get robbed by this SUV who's going to come around and approach me and steal all my shit. I should just keep recording because it'll be great. It'll be a viral video of me getting robbed. Here it is. And I have my e-brakes on. I have my keys out of the ignition. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Yep, this is it. This is the end of my life. This is bonus footage of me getting robbed. Why would this person pull up in the way that they did? It makes no sense to me. Oh God. Yep, I'm getting robbed. Here it is. It's the end. It's the end of my life. I'd like to thank everyone for watching my 5 recent videos. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I'm not getting robbed. But he's still going. What is going on right now? What is this guy doing? Okay. I can't tell what he's looking at. I can't tell who he's looking at. Well, alright, look. I don't know if that screws up the video or whatever, but it doesn't, because this is what it is. This is what the experience is, especially if you work in an area like I do where it's shitsville. These fucks are looking to get you, man. You got to keep your fucking eyes open. And that part is super unhealthy. So just be prepared for some of that and have a plan to get yourself out of that. Hopefully this is only going to be, a 2-month ordeal, and I will continue to update you on what's going on. Thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time telling you this story. This is going to take 5 hours to upload. Goodbye.